Hi, how's it going? Welcome back to Daily Endeavours for the 21st of September. I'm Jackson. As always, timecodes will be in the description if you want to jump ahead, or if you just want to skip stuff, you know how it is. This set is pretty good. This one here I wouldn't bother with, because dealing damage is actually to players, to like NPCs and stuff, it doesn't count. Also, probably don't worry about fish, because these three here, emotes, skills with active skill styles, dangerous foes, pretty easy, and dangerous foes you want to do anyway because of the dungeon event going on right now. Every day that you do a dungeon, you get tickets. So I'll just be going through that again. Alright, so we'll start with casting with active... Actually, no, sorry. We'll start with emotes, the easiest one. All you have to do for this, on PC, all you do is /NO on the keyboard. Just do that twice. Oh, sorry, do that once. That's it. Alright, for controller, it's quite similar. You just go into the menu here, into social, emote, and you've got your emotes here. You just select one of these and your character will do the emote, and that's it. As for casting with active skill styles, all this is just reskin skills. So any skill that has this icon next to it is considered to be a skill style. So, or a skill with a skill style. So for example here, Vigor, I've got the blue version. This is probably my favorite one to use for this, and it's pretty easy to get. The easiest one of all to get though is Orchid Purple for Soul Trap. You have Soul Trap by default every character as soon as you start the game. After you complete the tutorial, that is. And then Soul Trap, Orchid Purple, you get this from completing the very first quest in the Scribing skill line. This is a base game thing, so everybody's got access to this too. And that quest takes just a couple of minutes to complete. You can skip like the boss and everything. That's really easy to do. And yeah, after that it's just like you just need a target. Now let me show you some in Infinite Archive you can use. If you come to this room over here, this is a training room. Inside you'll find some target dummies to like hit with Soul Trap. So yeah, very easy to use these, and as soon as you leave, like they reset and everything. So yeah, really good. Vigor on the other hand though, I mean, Soul Trap you can do the same thing in the dungeon, but while you're going through Fungal Grotto 1, or whichever dungeon you're going to do the dangerous foes, maybe you do a pledge as well, because that will also count, you can use this while you're in there, and so instead of just doing this separately, you just do both at the same time to save yourself some time. So yeah, either of these work, and you know, for Vigor, you just cast it, that's literally all you have to do, and for Soul Trap, you just have to chuck it on your bar and just throw it at one of these guys here. So I'll just go this, and then yeah, just cast it a bunch of times. Dangerous foes. With this one here, it's literally the same as yesterday. I'm just going to go through the same stuff that I went through yesterday. So if you were there for that one, just skip now, because yeah, it's going to be the same thing. Just do Fungal Grotto 1 basically. All right. So dolmens are a great way to get your hands on some dangerous foes. See these like little lit up diamonds next to the health bar at the top there for the Spill Fiend? That is that signifies that that's a dangerous foe. So dolmens have quite a few of these. Usually it'll have like between 6 to sometimes even like 12 or 15. So yeah, dolmens are a great way to get this one done, because yeah, they're everywhere for dolmens. So another one spawned already, so that'll be all you need for this case. The reason I suggest dolmens is especially like dolmens in areas that you can easily access them, there's always one up every like 30 seconds. So when this one's done, this one will spawn. When this one's done, this one will spawn every like 30 seconds. So there's constantly enemies you can fight there. But that's not the only place you can go to. Craglorn has tons of enemies that have count as dangerous foes. Same with some other places, but Craglorns are the best, I think. Because usually when other people want to do this endeavor, this is usually where they go to. And yeah, Craglorn, there's like the enemies have more health, so it's easier to get hits in before the enemies die, because you don't need to actually get the kill, you just have to participate in killing the enemy. So yeah, Spellscar right here to the north and to the southwest, these two sections have lots of Frost Atronachs on this side and Storm Atronachs on this side, which are both dangerous foes. In R'lynsar School of Warriors, this area here also has gargoyles. There's also some gargoyles in front of Hellra Citadel. This is also a place I like to use myself. But yeah, things like Reaper's March down at Willow Grove, there's lots of Frost and Storm Atronachs here that count. You know, public dungeon bosses. Nato Tambu, the group event here, gives you 3 things that count as dangerous foes. But any, like, just like yesterday though, I highly suggest using Fungal Grotto 1, because with the event on, you get tickets for completing a group dungeon. So yeah, I advise you do that, just so you can get 2 things done at once. So before I go into Fungal Grotto, just to show what I usually do, I'll just quickly go through how to get here easily, because if you don't, so this is just if you haven't actually unlocked the dungeon. If you've done it before, it'll show up on here, so you can just do it again. All you need to do, if you haven't got anything around here, is use Home Tours, and it'll get you quite close. So go to Home Tours, browse homes, and look for something called Kragan Homes in the K category. Over here. This one here. Just travel to one of these. It doesn't matter which one, just as long as it's owned by a player. Just the only thing that doesn't work is the preview home system, because that'll just take you back to where you came in from if you do that. But this one here, it takes you to wherever the house is found, as long as you got the DLC, and it's a base game zone. So, alright. Oh, nice little. Oh wow, it's I assume a Japanese themed room. That's cool. Right, let's head out of here. Alright, so now you can notice we're in Kraganmore now. So it's just a quick head up north to Fungal Grotto 1. So finding everything in here it's pretty straightforward. I don't want to go through this because I just want to show you that the only 2 things you actually need to kill are the first main boss and the final boss. So as you can see, I'm just using Vigor as well while I come through here. And I do the skill styles. Now, if you don't have Cloak, you can just run past all these guys here. You just come into this room, if you manage to survive all that way, and then just either let the enemies kill you, or just kill all the enemies when you get here, just so you're not wasting time killing each enemy group as you go through. So now I'll just equip my weaponry. So yeah, all that needs to die is this guy here. Everybody else is just a bonus. There's 2 things you need to worry about. The heavy attack, just make sure you block it. And there's like a roar attack he does. Like a yell. That thing there. All it does is just mess with your rotation a little bit. But the attack itself does very little damage. Yeah, just block the heavy attack. Just deal with the roar whenever it comes out. And then there's like the circle explosion, which does very little damage. Just have like some basic healing skills, and you'll be fine. Alright, I'll cut ahead to when this guy's dead. What's going on? Weird. Not rotating properly. So there you go. So that actually counts as a dangerous foe. So we got that one done. So from here, ignore the dregs right here. Just go straight down into the water. Because yeah, the only thing that matters is killing the final boss for anything like this. So yeah, just head over here. And if we go over here, yeah, we can actually... I know you can actually sprint up here if you do it. Yeah, like that. So you don't actually have to jump. I would advise you do jump though, because it's just easier. So, Krug is very similar to Ozazai. The main things to watch out for is the heavy attack. It comes out a little bit quicker than Ozazai's one, and the lightning field. So standing in this does a lot of damage, but yeah, if you just have like 1 or 2 basic healing skills, you'll get all your health back pretty quick. At about 66 and 33%, Krug will go and unearth some mud crabs. As a Nightblade, this is exactly what you want, because you get a bunch of ultimate back for it. Just use my ultimate now, and then I'll get a bunch back. There it goes, getting the second group of mud crabs up. Kill them for a... yeah, already got my ultimate back. Yeah, Nightblades are so good for anything solo related, because Soul Harvest, the more enemies that you kill, the more ultimate you get constantly. So you just fucking get ultimates out the wazoo anytime you do solo play. Alright, and if you got the quest, you just go and head it into this person here, Valathuran. And now we can just leave. So normally I just leave, just go to one of my houses near a way shrine and just travel on, or if you want to go back to the door to get to wherever you came in from, I'll show you something. So you can actually come in here, and it leads all the way to the entrance from when you came in. Yeah, come through here, down here, and yeah, this takes you all the way back to the entrance. So if you go out, come on, if you go out through the front door, this will actually take you back to where you came in from. So if you travel in via a way shrine, you can get back to where you were before using this. So yeah, just a little thing there for you. Alright, next up, let's look at fishing, the last good option. So firstly, my way of doing this, I like to use river fishing spots right here in Stonefalls, but I'll go through everything to get over here. So firstly, I like to go to Bleakrock Isle, because this is where I get my fishing bait. So Bleakrock over here. In order to get to this place, you need to find Liesel. She can be found here in Stonefalls in Davon's Watch. So start from this way shrine that you start with by default. Very easy to get here, just go down here, and she can be found at the beach. Let's talk to her. I need to arrange transport, go to Bleakrock. There are other places you can find river fishing bait, but this is just, I find, to be the most straightforward way. So once you get here, the way shrine will immediately be unlocked. So from this point, you can just easily travel here in the future. So, Jonkthan, why have we come to Bleakrock Isle of all places? Because of these things here, torchbugs. So grab these, they give you insect parts. You also can occasionally get torchbug thoraxes. So if we have a look, look at that shit. Things are 130 gold a piece. That is fucking absurd in this day and age. Yeah, just collect those. Now, what I suggest you do is go 12 or 15, don't go 8. Even though you need 8 fish, sometimes you catch things that aren't fish, so you want to just have some spares, basically. So yeah, that'll be enough. I've got 8. Is that 13? Yeah, it should be more than enough. Yeah, you just want to go a little bit extra just to make sure you got some room. Now, butterflies also count as well, so you can use these too. The only thing is they give you butterfly wings instead of torchbug thoraxes sometimes, which are a little bit cheaper than torchbug thorax, but it's still worth it if there's no torchbugs around. So they're mostly found around the trees in this area, but you can find them pretty, like, they're all over the place, like all over here, around here, all through here, up here, through here, around the Sky Shard. There's just shit tons of locations that you'll find them. Sometimes you'll notice that, like, you'll come through and there'll be nothing nearby. You just have to run around and just keep checking all the different trees and, like, understand that they can be quite far away from the actual location, but just basically use this as a reference for where you want to start and just go further out there. Now, if you'll get here for the first time and realize that these enemies are hostile, you can make them docile with, like, yellow outlines. What you need to do is complete the quest. It makes it easier to travel through here whenever you want to get your insect parts. Just keep that in mind too. It is worth it doing the quest if you can. Okay, so we've got our insect parts. Now we want to start our fishing endeavor. So what we want to do, I like to go to this location here because it's full of river spots, and there's never a point where there's not any fishing holes that you can go for. It's just really good here. So if you haven't been here before, getting this way shrine's actually quite easy. So Ebony Flask in room, either you can use what we used before to get to Fongo Grotto 1 and use home tours. Just go to browse homes and just pick the house. So it's down at the Ebony Flask in room, this one here. However, if you complete the housing room for sale quest over here, just next to the Wayshrine and Vocal Guard, if you do this on an Ebonheart packed character, you'll get this house for free, and you can travel to your own version, which is just a little bit faster because you can travel outside, unlike the home tours one where you got to go inside and then outside first. It's not a big deal, just whichever one you want to go is just do that, and that will get you to Ebonheart, and then from there you just go a little bit south and you're basically there. Yeah, we're here, and what you can do is just come out here, get Sway Shrine, and then south down here, get Sway Shrine, and then you've got easy access here. Also, Ebonheart has a bunch of guild stores, so if you want to just buy some insect parts, you can also do that through this. I don't know if there'll always be insect parts in these guild stores. It can be a little bit unreliable at times. But insect parts are very cheap usually. Here we are. So, got the Wayshrine, and as you can see here, there's also some torchbugs here. If you need a little bit of a catch up on insect parts, I guess. So, now we can just go down and have a look at the river fishing holes. There's a couple here. These are fishing holes. You can see a little splashing in the water. There's usually some spots over here, some spots over here, and then above the waterfall, there's also some spots up there, which I'll show you how to get to in a minute. Yeah, all you got to do is when you find a fishing spot, you just go up to it, hold the interact button, the E button you can see there, and now you'll see the wheel come up for all your parts, or all your fishing bait, sorry. River bait up here. You can also use, oh yeah, shad over here. So these are the two river bait type. Now, one more thing to keep in mind is over here, there is a foul fishing hole. Usually where this one's located. This one uses a different bait type to the rest of them. So yeah, what happens is if you don't use the right bait type, you can still fish there and get fish. It's just a lower chance of actually getting a fish as opposed to something else like a gunny sack or a fish roe, used bait, whatever it is that comes from them. So yeah. So once you got your right bait type, just make sure it's there and then just press E to start fishing. And that's basically it. Alright, so what you're waiting for is basically your character to do a different animation than this to start moving the rod around. As soon as you see that, you can just press E to reel it in. If you do that before, you don't get anything. So, wait for it. Now, there you go. So you have a few seconds before you can't reel it in anymore. So just, yeah, make sure you do it in that window. There's an add-on called Votan's Fisherman that gives you some sort of bigger notification. So maybe if you're watching like YouTube or some shit in the background, it'll let you sort of know when you're ready to catch a fish a little bit easier. Just if you're distracted. So yeah, you just keep doing that over and over. Just press E to catch, press E to start fishing again, and just, yeah, repeat until done. The only thing is, every now and then you'll get like something that isn't a fish. So it'll just take longer than maybe 8 tries. But not always. Sometimes you can just get straight up 8 fish. It's just luck of the draw. There we go. There's a foul bait. So that doesn't actually count as catching a fish. So yeah. That being said, fish roe is what works for the foul fishing hole, which comes up over there. It's worth collecting them because basically you're trading a river fishing bait for a foul fishing bait. That's basically what's going on there. Okay, another one. Keep fishing. Ah, yeah, see? There's a wet gunny sack. So that's what I mean. Sometimes you'll... Holy shit, are they really 60 gold? Okay, yeah, so... That's what I mean. Sometimes you'll just get shit that doesn't count, so you just have to do more fishing. And yeah, even if you do run out of bait, just go back to Blake Rock and have another look. Or just use the insect parts you find here. Okay, 2 more. Another gunny stack. Damn it. There we go. All done. So now what I usually do is just go and head to a cooking station to fillet the fish. So if you struggle to find any fishing spots here, on this part of the river, from the wayshrine, just go a little bit north, up here. Yeah, just towards the strangling people here. So, just here you'll find a river fishing hole there. Yeah, there'll be a couple over here. There'll be one across this little bridge here. And yeah, there'll be a few more spots down here that you can use. Yeah, you can see one there. So yeah, just check these areas too. Just go back and forth, basically, until you find one. Let's just go over, fill out all the fish at a cooking station, and oh wow, we got a perfect roe. There you go. That's why I like to do that. So very rarely you'll get a perfect roe. These things are very expensive, 30,000 a piece. The reason for this is these things are used for very high tier food types. Citric Ambrosia, which is the XP potion that uses perfect roe, and things like Orzoga's smoked bear haunch, which is a really good PvP food. Stuff like that is used with perfect roe. So yeah, Very uncommon for that to happen, but it can happen, and you can fucking make a easy money, because these things sell fast, usually. Okay, that does it for this Endeavor stat. It's pretty easy, all these options here. Yeah, I just don't think it's worth doing this, just how easy these ones are. And yeah, you want to do your Funk Grotto one run anyway, right? For the tickets. Alright, any questions, give me a holler as always, but that'll do for now. Thanks everyone for watching, thanks for your support as always. See you next time. Take care for now.